What's goody?
What's up, everybody? It is 10th member and the homie Nick.
Kim Beats. What's
we
up,
just,
y'all?
Out here chilling on a Saturday. I know we're usually not doing the show on Saturday, but today is a special occasion. We are doing a little collab reaction video with the homies at Audio Cipher. Over the past few weeks, we had the opportunity to put together a group called the Cipher Circle, and it is this little collective of fire beat makers, and they all made their own content videos for Audio Cipher, kind of breaking down how they've been using it with their workflow. So today is the first time we've seen their videos, so we're excited to get into that, maybe learn some new shit ourselves.
What is Audio Cipher? 10?
It is this music cryptography app where you can type in words and the words will actually turn into MIDI notes. There actually is a dope historic little piece on the website that goes all the way back through the history of how it's been used in codes and for secret messages and things like that. So, you know, it's a fun way you can fit some bars under your bars.
Bars under your bars in the beats.
Yeah, man. You can go crazy.
For sure. Sounds dope.
Yeah, man. Shoot. Let's get into it, though, bro. I want to check these videos out bad. I've been waiting all week. So, yeah. Let's get into these Audio Cipher videos right now.
Right now. Let's get it.
So I just found a good, y'all. It is your boy Cinco, and I am here with a video with a little beat breakdown with the beat that I made using Audio Cipher. So let's just get right into it. All right, to start off, I just wanted to keep it real simple for the entire song. So I just found a cymatics melody loop, and here's how that goes.
I like the vibe of the video. Cinco going in.
And Cinco, professional YouTuber, man.
Next, I went into Audio Cipher and I typed in the words greenery, and this is what it gave me.
Greenery.
So with that, I kind of wanted to do a play on a call and response. So I got that first melody, and then I put in my own counter melody.
Okay.
Something to keep it real cheerful and kind of keep it on that up tempo. All right, now next are my drums. I have 3 layers of drums, nothing too crazy, something to kind of just keep the ball rolling within the beat. So all together, here's what these sound like.
Oh, damn. Timberlands, say what?
And finally, to tie
Those
everything
drums
together,
smacking.
I added in a bass line. And that's the whole beat. Just wanted to keep it real simple. I added some birds from another cymatics pack just to give it that nature feel. Obviously, greenery is the title of the track, so just kind of imagine like you're outside looking at the birds or just enjoying your day.
Is that
So here's what
Pokemon?
the entire beat sounds like
Pokemon Go?
Oh, that's wavy. Super smooth.
Yeah, that shit was,
That was
hard.
good, man. I like that a lot.
That was a great start. That was a great start. Fried chicken.
Yeah, man. Cinco did his thing. I like that a lot.
That was dope. That was dope. Them
Yeah, that
drums were
was
smacking.
it's a really good way to use it too. Like, he didn't use it to create the entire melody, just like he said, just the call, and like to make that call and response, because he played that second part out and it fit together perfect.
The
bro.
counter melody was hard too.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Super duper mellow though. Let's see what's good. Beats by Junius looks like is next. Let's play that.
What's up, y'all? This is Beast by
What's up,
Junius.
Junius?
I just want to go ahead and show y'all one of my favorite
Fried chicken?
Okay, fried chicken.
Okay.
It's my favorite word.
One. You need to go check this out because it is genius. I'm going to keep it simple because it is very simple. This box right here, you type in your favorite word, your favorite
word,
food,
fried
any
chicken.
word that you like.
His favorite
Come over
word.
here, you pick your root note,
And it's a
then
FLB.
you pick your
See what
scale,
this
you know,
all about.
minor, major, chromatic, however you feel. I'm F sharp minor. That's just how I'm feeling. I dragged my MIDI onto my channel rack, it came up with this. This is just the example. Okay, so I'm just like, not bad. What can I do with it? Pulled up one of my favorite plugins. Did not even change the initial setting. Just wanted to see what audio Cipher could come up with. We have this.
Oh yeah.
Pure genius.
Easy work.
So took
Pure
that sound,
genius.
built around it, came up with this.
Oh, that's fucking hard. Fried chicken, dog?
I'm gonna do sushi. This shit's smacking.
I need a full breakdown of this beat though, because he went crazy on everything.
Damn.
Yo, Junior snapped on that shit.
Man, shout out Junius.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was genius.
Hello, I'm Cryptic One, aka Crypt Uno
Cryptic.
of Adam's family
God,
of
that room
Parada.
is beautiful.
I know, dude. Look at
We're here
that,
today
that
just
vinyl
to,
wall.
manufacture some inspiration from Audio Cipher. Yeah, let's just jump into it. I'm gonna show you a little bit of my process. Let's jump into Ableton and see what's popping here. So I started with the drum groove, and that's this track right here. This was a drum break that I chopped up, and then I removed all the snares from the drum break, and I just kind of filled in the blanks, and the goal was just to get the percussion and the groove, mostly the groove. Let's just play that and let you hear what it sounds like. May not sound like much on its own, but in the context of the track, it works. This is a gap that I filled with a snare roll right here from a different drum break. Just as a nice little variation, or sprinkle, as I may call it from time to time.
This is funky
And here's
already.
another one. Just kind of leads into the 1 of the 8th and the 4th bar. So once I had that little groove going,
I feel like something crazy about to happen.
it was time
No.
for Audio Cipher. What I did, instead of just picking a word at random or something out of my head or how I was feeling that day or whatever, I wanted it to be a little bit more random. So I reached in this wall of records behind me, and I grabbed a record at random. And the plan was to use the title of the album to plug into Audio Cipher. So this was the record that I grabbed. It's a record by Hank Jones called Solo Piano. I picked the key and typed solo piano. I chose G sharp minor. I opened up an instance of ripchord.
Oh,
I dragged the MIDI notes over. So the goal was to build a chord progression. I dragged out the notes from Audio Cipher and I tweaked them. I stretched some, I deleted others, I moved some, I transposed some an octave. I tweaked it until I got somewhere where I liked. The end result was this.
Oh, that's
Kind of
such a
beautiful
fire
chord
idea.
progressions. The keys are from Addictive Keys. So yeah. So now, that with the groove, sounds like this. My computer's struggling a little also. That's some of those non-appealing crackles in there. But onwards and upwards. So once I had that groove and the keys going, it's time for my favorite part, and that is drums. And OBS is kind of acting a little funky. I wanted to finger drum something in, so I had to turn off OBS, and I recorded it on my other camera, this camera right here. And that looked and sounded like this.
Always going in live.
So once I had those drums,
Whoa,
in,
damn.
I played a
that
bass
caught me
line.
off guard.
Now the bass line I did kind of just off the cuff. I didn't use Audio Cipher for it, but you could.
Yeah, this is a beautiful track, bro.
That's the bass line. And then I did a similar thing with, I added some strings from the Mellotron.
Crip's tracks are always so like cinematic. It's beautiful.
So I wanted to use Audio Cipher once again
His
for an
drum
additional
roll, bro.
element in this beat.
Can't get over that.
And I pulled up an instance of Serato sample right here, and I threw in a Soul Surplus sample. I changed it to the key of C because we were in the key of C minor over here, and I clicked the random button here and it picks a bunch of random chops. I went over to my trusty wall of records. I grabbed a second record, which was this record right here. Ramsey Lewis Maiden Voyage. Came back to Audio Cipher, typed in Maiden Voyage, and dragged these into my Serato sample track and gave me a bunch of chops. Saw the ones I liked,
What?
kept
Oh,
those,
this
got rid
is
of the ones I
fire.
didn't like,
Crazy application.
stretched some, transposed others, and came up with this. I also added some filters and attacks and release and reversed some of these samples. Came out with this.
That's crazy, just using the MIDI notes for the sample slices. That's so dope.
And in the
That's probably
context
the
of the
craziest
track,
application of it I've seen so far.
I'm definitely gonna have to try that.
and that's
That
pretty
roll.
much it. I have to say, let's switch here. I have to say that without Audio Cipher, this track doesn't get made. I wouldn't have thought to have that chord progression. I wouldn't have chopped the samples in the same way. It definitely gets me started on a path, and it's just up to me to follow that path and go and see where it takes me. I sat down in front of the computer with absolutely no idea what I wanted to do, and because of Audio Cipher, I was able to find a direction. And that's it. I'm gonna play the track as I get out of here, and I hope you guys dug what you saw, and check out Audio Cipher. Cryptic One, aka Crip Uno, of Adam's Family, of Parada, and I'm out. Peace.
This beat is crazy.
Man, that was wild. Crip is Crip crazy.
Jeez, dude, that was crazy. Yeah,
That was dope.
I would have never
was
thought
dope.
to do that.
In Serato,
with Serato, yeah, I like that a lot.
that
man.
was
I'm gonna have to steal that for
pretty
sure.
out there. That was pretty out there. That was genius.
And it fit together so well. Like,
Oh yeah.
I don't know how much he altered the MIDI after he ran it through Audio Cipher, that Maiden Voyage, but those chops, all of them were perfect. They were all so mellow anyways that it just like fit as a perfect backdrop to what was already going on.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, to me, it's like Audio Cipher, it brings a dope, whatever you put in it, it's almost always dope, but you can make it fit your song. You just got to change a few things. What he said, what Crip said, transpose, he reversed a couple of those on Serato, and it sounded beautiful, man. That was dope.
Yeah.
That was dope beat.
Jeez, man, that was tough. All right, on to the next. Complete beats.
Let's get it.
What's up, good people? I go by Complete Beats. So basically, letters, numbers, words, etc., you can type into Audio Cipher, and then that will generate MIDI information. So what I did was I typed in that phrase, whispering and snoring, for the preset that I was originally going to start with. I set my root key at G, scale at minor, and then I dragged that information over, creates a MIDI file, and I dragged it over, and I placed it right here in a track with another plugin that's free and very useful called Ripcord. Ripcord will take one key from a key that you play on your MIDI controller, transform it into a chord. So you see on the bottom keyboard, I pressed one key, I get a chord set within the key of the preset and ripcord that I wanted to play. I have ripcord routed over to my Arcus instrument. I have it routed there through Ableton, so whatever I play through ripcord goes over there. Right? So when I drag that information from Audio Cipher, I'm dragging it here to my ripcord track. So I ended up with this. But initially, when I started and dragged it over, you can see I got a 3-bar loop with MIDI notes in it that sounds like this. So all the information, the MIDI notes are playing right next to one another. So what I decided to do, I wanted those to stretch out because my sounds within my sound preset have a pretty big sustain on them. So what I did was I took the pattern I was given and I moved the notes out to about every half bar in the beginning of each bar as well. I also changed it to an 8-bar loop. So I kept doing that and pulled that out essentially until I got this. As you can see, 8-bar loop. I adjusted some things. I took a note that I felt sounded better when it was carried. I pulled it out, got rid of another note at the 7 and the 8. Ended up with I did the same thing when it came to getting my bass. I wanted to use the same phrase. I wanted to pull it out of Audio Cipher, throw it in my bass instrument, which actually is a preset called Fundamental within Reactor 6 from Native Instruments. And I pulled that information in there. So I probably started with something like this, yet again a 3-bar loop that I needed to change to 8. I began pulling that information out so that I can get a bass pattern that worked with what I was trying to do with my melody already.
I like how he's using it for
initially
chords
these
and
notes are going to be too high. You see that it sound too high. That can't, I'm not going to use that for a bass. I got rid of the higher notes in the register of the MIDI pattern that I dragged over from Audio Cipher. I pulled them down to just below the C2 note. I think I got somewhere around down about C1 maybe. So it got pretty low. I pulled that down to comfort level until I could hear something that was going to work with the melody that I got. This.
That's fat.
Melody
bass
and a bass line. Audio Cipher is a great way to generate ideas and start your song, start your track. There's many other ways that you could apply it because you can use it with any MIDI rack or any VSTI instrument. Anything that takes MIDI information, you can get creative with it. It's a great jumping off point to go from those ideas and then start building your track upon that.
That was dope. Yeah, like I said before, I liked how he used it for almost every part of his beat right there.
Yeah, it's cool. What I'm seeing is a lot of people also using the MIDI notes not to even play like VSTs, but to control other like MIDI tools,
Like
Ripcord, which is like similar to Scalar 2 and things like that. And I really like that. And same with Serato, because technically it goes off of your MIDI notes. So.
Right. Yeah, and that was crazy too. I mean, I like how it blends in almost with like a bunch of different VSTs you can use or other plugins.
Yeah, for real. Like I'm thinking
the possibilities are like endless with this.
Yeah, like I want to use like with like Cthulhu and things like that. Like there's tons of MIDI based VSTs, so it's got me thinking for sure. I'm with the shits.
Oh, I'm definitely learning.
Let's see. I believe Lincoln Abraham is next, so let me pull that brother up.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and indie folks alike. My name is Lincoln Abraham, and I'm here to introduce you all
spooky.
to
Coming in hot.
Let's get into it. Okay, so what is Audio Cipher? It's a program that translates words into musical phrases. So, say for example, you're staring at your dog choice. Having a hard time coming up with anything. You can open up Audio Cipher, type in whatever's on your mind, and go for it from there. Let's get into it. So now that we have our phrase, beat blockage, typed in Audio Cipher, we're going to drag the MIDI information over to Ableton. So that's what it sounds like out the gate. I find it to be a little busy though. So I created another clip where I cut a few notes out, moved a few notes around, started playing with the groove to find my pocket, and this was the result. Alright, now that we're cooking with gas, I went to my favorite part of the creation process, the drums.
Damn. Some West Coast shit.
Just like that, Audio Cipher comes through to clear up another case, beat blockage. Once
Yo.
again, folks, my name is Lincoln Abraham. Until the next time, y'all be safe and satisfied. Peace.
Yeah, Mask's trippy though. I like that video.
Yeah, I like the mask a lot.
And that was no disrespect at all, was a simpler beat, but it was fire.
Yeah,
just
I like what it
using
like.
Audio Cipher is so easy.
I like that even after he transformed it, like he kept the core, and it still was like there was a lot to work with as far as like a spine of a melody kind of going on.
Yeah, I actually didn't think he was going to take that much out of that first, what Audio Cipher gave him, but I really liked what he came up with.
Well, I think the best way for it to be used is like to spark your inspiration, not to like be like, oh, here's the end all be all melody.
Right, of course.
It's like it's not like what's that one VST Melody Sauce, like no offense to their team or whatever, but it's like, it's not that.
You gotta change. You always
not claiming to write the song for you.
Right.
I like seeing that. People aren't being like just sticking straight to what it gives them. Let me see what's next. We got JSN and all verse left. Hell yeah.
I talk about this new VST called Audio Cipher. What this does is it converts words into melodies or musical notes. So for this section here, I have a main melody that's in B minor. So this beat was pretty bouncy to me, so I'm gonna use the word bouncy. And what that's going to do is it's going to create, I'm going to drag this MIDI to a new track. And we have a couple of notes in here that are in that B minor scale, as you can see. So I kind of changed this up into making an 808 pattern, which I really like using this VST for. It's great for 808s and leads. Hope you guys enjoy the beat.
Yo,
That was
short and
bouncy
sweet,
as hell.
short and sweet, but
Wanna
that's
talk
super
about
bouncy
the
indeed.
That was dope.
Yeah, JSN, man, everything he does, his drums are always so clean, bro. Like everything he does is so clean.
I'm glad someone came up with or did just an 808 one, because I was kind of wondering how that would play in.
I feel like it works really well when you're looking
It
for
sounds like
just
bass. It plays in really well.
Yeah, I feel like it works really well when you just need like a few notes. I noticed a lot of people have been using, a couple words, and some people even go as far as like, being like, oh, I'll put some lyrics in it. But I've noticed that just like a simple word like bouncy, like, is perfect because you don't need your bass lines to be insane, especially in rap and shit. I mean, you can go crazy and have your 808s on some crazy drill shit,
Right.
but like you don't have to at all. Just some nice choice notes. Keep it simple. All right, I think the last video.
Got one more,
all
huh?
Verse, yeah.
Shout out alt verse, man.
Hold on, wait, guys. You didn't tell me that I would actually be inside the app.
It's full.
Let me. Can I get out of here? Yeah. Let's see if we can get A minor.
That's a dope
I
concept.
think the word that I want to try to use is going to be turntables. Let's see what that does for us. Yeah, I think I can definitely use that. Let's check it out. All right, now you can see we're in the Audio Cipher standalone app. I've already drugged my MIDI into my DAW. Again, we use turntable as the word, A minor is the root scale. And then there was one note out here, this E. I want to bump it up to the G, just so it kind of goes back to that. I've put an arpeggiator from Ultra Analog on here. Let's check it out and see how it sounds.
Some mystical shit.
I actually really like that. I think we can work with that. Okay, so now I have my chords, I've got my quick bass line, and my top melody from Audio Cipher.
This is some smooth rider shit.
Super solid in my opinion. That was fun, that was easy, intuitive, and the fact that you can just type in a word for anything around you. I have turntables behind me, so that's why I use the word turntable. I'm sold. Like, I'll probably be using this in a lot of my projects from now on.
Hey, shout out alt.
Dang, man. That's crazy, bro. Like, how easy some of them use that. Because, I mean, paired with, like, a base knowledge of music theory and, chords and things like that, like, it's easy to just type in a few words and just go from there. I think Fripp put it best when he was like, it's up to you to just kind of navigate the journey once it gives you, some inspiration. But as far as having beat block as they displayed, and like as far as using it with MIDI tools, like, I think what makes it so fun and special is that no matter who you are, like the odds of you typing in the same thing as someone else that very moment are so rare.
Yeah.
Like,
And especially, I mean, what we saw here was all the producers showed us a different way almost to use the application.
Yeah,
And it's
808s, melodies, for chords with ripcord. Yeah, the ripcord, that's dope, bro.
That
really
was
like
actually the one thing I saw in common from a couple of videos that they use ripcord, which was like, that's the juice right there, honestly.
Yeah, I can't believe it's free. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is a dope free VST. I'm about
And
to
then
pop.
with Serato, Like, I think a lot of people use Serato, so that was really cool to see that. I'm gonna definitely steal that too.
The Serato juice with the
yeah,
that's actually crazy. That was probably the most out there, I guess, that I've seen.
Absolutely
being used.
Yeah, that's fire. Oh shit, man. Well, now I gotta get to cooking with it, Audio Cipher. Like, I feel like I'm kind of lagging now.
Nah, we got some mad talent in Audio Cipher, man.
Yeah, the Cipher Circle, everybody in there killed it.
Thank you guys for that.
Yeah, thank you to everybody in there. Thank you to Ezra on the Audio Cipher team. They made this wonderful application and allowed us to kind of be some of the first people testing it. So now I need to do my part and get to cooking as well. Shit, man.
10th / Kim Beats Audio Cipher.
Yeah, man. Let's get something in this week.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Sounds good.
We need to get our videos on there. So everybody, thank you so much for joining us.
Much love, y'all.
I know it was a different kind of appearance than usual. We just wanted to share the talent in the Cipher Circle. Everybody in here is amazing, man. And
Get your
Ezra,
little Saturday
team,
cartoons in.
Yeah, exactly. Get a little entertainment in. Ezra and the Audio Cipher team, they're also amazing too, and they've got more plans for this application moving forward. So keep your eyes peeled. And if you haven't seen already, it is available for Windows now. Everybody in this stream was using Mac, but now it is available for Windows. So if you were waiting for that, it is now
available
there for you. So yes, my friend. Anyways, his 10th member and Kim Beats, and we are out of here. Thank you for joining us, and you can go check out these videos very soon on Audio Cipher's YouTube channel.